Hey y'all, what's up? This is Rosie. Real quick, I just wanted to let you know that I recorded this sometime after recording the other upcoming pop culture nostalgia videos. But since it's almost Halloween and this one is about horror movies, I figured it only fitting that I release this first. So I hope you guys have a very happy Halloween and enjoy the video. Bye for now. Hey y'all, what's up? This is Rosie, and in this one, I want to talk about more movies, but this time horror films. So yeah, more pop culture nostalgia. Horror films were something that I grew up with. It may surprise a lot of you to know that my mom actually got me into horror movies. When I was a kid, my mom would have me watching this movie with her and that movie, and it gave me a lot of nightmares when I was growing up. One of the first movies I remember watching with her, and she was like, "Oh, watch this with me, Roz." And there's zombies. Yeah, The Night of the Living Dead. Oh my god. To this day, I cannot do a zombie movie. I might every once in a while find myself getting into one, but I just really cannot do zombie movies. I don't know why. They just, ugh. I just can't do it. When I was 9 years old, I got to see Back to the Future, which is something I forgot to talk about in the last video. But the second movie I saw in a movie theater was actually Fright Night. And I'm pretty sure I brought that up before because I have videos on my channel talking about horror movies. And I, to this day, love Fright Night. I even like the remake of it, kinda. I mean, it wasn't the best, but it certainly wasn't the worst horror movie I've seen. But when Jerry Dandridge came out full monster face mode, I screamed in the theater. You know, one of those high-pitched little girl screams? That was what I did in the movie theater when I saw his monster face. And I do remember having a nightmare that night. Also, when I was 9, on network television, this movie called Squirm came on. And that was the freakiest, most grotesque, disgusting. I mean, killer worms. Ew. Another movie that we watched was about the killer rats. They redid that movie too, I believe. There's no I believe about it. They redid that movie. But I just I grew up with my mom just wanting me to watch these weird movies with her. Another good movie that I saw in the theater was oh gosh, what was it? Silence of the Lambs. And I saw that when I was like 13 or 14 in the theater with my mom and my stepdad. May they both rest in peace. And that was so good. I remember the climactic ending. And when what happened, I'm not going to say what happened, but when it happened, people actually stood up in the movie and cheered. We clapped. It was so good. And you don't see stuff like that anymore. I love classic horror. You just don't get to see stuff like that anymore. A good vampire movie, or something like Trick or Treat. And I'm not saying trick or treat. because that one is the rock star that died and he came back to life and started killing people. I do have that movie. It was very interesting. I'm gonna have to rewatch it so I can review it, but I'm not talking about that one right now. I'm talking about Trick or Treat. That one is not a classic horror movie, but it's a good one. I really liked it. It's an anthology and it wraps around and very satisfying ending. I love that movie. Um, what I don't like about classic horror movies, though, are the cheap jump cuts and the cheap jump scares. Even in the commercials, they will do a jump scare, and it's always something that you see coming. I can't stand it. And it's gotten so cliche to where you already know when it's coming or when it's going to happen. You just expect it. And then for the most part, it's not even the scene that scares you, it's the music that they play for the jump scare. And I don't appreciate that at all. I don't like that crap. I do not like it. Um, but I just don't care for modern horror because most of them look alike. The best horror today, I think, is on American Horror Story, which is really good, by the way. Um, I haven't watched it this year. Kim Kardashian's in it. That's not why I haven't watched it. I just haven't been interested since Evan Peters left. I mean, I'm biased, so yeah, that's why I haven't watched it. If he comes back, and if they bring back Macaulay, I'm on board. I'm on board. I'm on board. But for right now, no, thank you. I just resent modern horror, though. It all looks alike to me, and it's not interesting. And some people like that type of stuff, and if you do, then hey, that's great. Enjoy it. It's good on you. You know, just you do you, boo boo. But I gotta do me, and I don't like it. So I'll just stick to the movies that I have, like The Exorcists and the Chucky movies. Chucky is a series that is pretty good, by the way, but I stopped watching that the second season. I watched the first show of the season and couldn't watch it after that. Um, I have my reasons, but I'm not interested anymore. But I'm pretty sure that it's still good. If it's still on, I'm pretty sure it's still good, but it's just, I'll just watch the movies. Thank you very much. Um, and I do want to check out the Creepshow series. It looks like it's really good. I love the Creepshow movies, the first two anyway. The third one is trash. But I would like to check out the series because a lot of times the series will do better than the actual movies that they put out. And so I want to see how that goes. Um, Something horror that I used to love back in the day as far as series were um, Tales from the Crypt. I loved that so much. Tales from the Dark Side. And a lot of times the opening where the guy talks in this deep, creepy voice and the music that they played with it, a lot of times that was scarier than the episode that they showed. But I did like Tales from the Dark Side, and I love The Twilight Zone. And, you know, classic horror like that, something that is also suspenseful as well as scary and creepy. It just gets to you because it keeps you on at the edge of your seat wondering what's going to happen next. And that's why I love classic horror. The Hellraiser movies, the more they made, the more ridiculous they got. I'm sorry to say that. So I love the first four, but the rest of them I can do without. Um, Nightmare on Elm Street. That's another one that I loved the first few and then can do without all the rest. Friday the 13th, I hate to say this, but I never really was interested in those. I get bored with them. The first few minutes I'm watching it and I have to watch something else or I'll fall asleep. But Halloween, the first few of those, absolutely adore them. And I haven't been hearing such nice things about the last one or two of that series. So, yeah, I love classic horror. Modern horror, I can pretty much do without, except for Trick or Treat. I love that one so much. It's such a fun watch, and I am tempted to take it out and watch it now because I love it so much. I think I have the Final Destination series too, come to think of it. And I would love to find Tales from the Hood. I want to get the first three of those. I used to have the first one, and I love that movie to this day. I watched the second one on Netflix, and it was alright. I did a review on that, so it was okay. But I would like to get those and watch all three of them and do a review on the whole series. I would like to do them individually and then do a review as a series. But you're going to have to wait on that because I don't know where I can find them. But anyway, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for wasting time with me as I talked about my nostalgic horror times. And maybe one of these days I'll do some movies and review them for you or talk about them with you. I don't know how that's gonna go, but yeah, thanks for wasting time with me. I love you guys very, very much. Give me a like, comment, and share. And oh yeah, there is a donations link in the description if you would like to help me out, support the channel. I would really appreciate that, and thank you in advance. I love you guys very, very much. Hope to see y'all on the next upload. Bye for now.